I'm Vulkk, and these are the patch note and update changes for Gwent 0.8.60.16. It was released today on Friday 17th of February, while we are still in closed beta. The changes include some balancing to all the factions and neutral cards, as well as some fixes and label issues corrections. Let's start with the weather changes and the Marigold. The Marigold's Hailstorm, Skellige Storm, and White Frost now let you choose one weather effect. Tris Marigold can now target both sides of the board. These are some of the changes to the neutral cards only. There are quite a few more down below. And of course, if you want to read all of the changes in detail, link to the patch notes will be down below in the description. Slight nerf to weather. Let's begin with monsters because there are quite some nerfs in here. The Ancient Foglet has been changed from 6 to 5 point strength originally. Avalak's strength has been changed to 6 to 8 from 6, excuse me. So that's actually a nerf to the best spy in the game. And Avalak is still the best spy actually. The Crones has been nerfed as well. Their strength went from 789, if my memory serves me well, to 787. Succubus has been nerfed from 10 to 8, and the Vran Warrior strength has been changed from 5 to 6, but the Vran Warrior will not consume a unit right after being played, which will allow the opposing player to react to Vran being placed on the board. Some changes to the scale again. I'm actually going to include some visual presentations because Skellige was my first faction that I've ever played. The leader card King Bran allows up to 3 cards to be discarded now and 1 base strength added to all of them. Another one of the big changes includes buff or return of a previously very well known stage for the 2 spies, for the 2 redraw or discard cards. Svanrige draws 1 card and then discards another card. This used to be the base version of the card some time ago, before CD Projekt Red decided to alter it to first draw and to first discard and then draw, which was a big nerf. Same thing happened to Ermion. He received his O status again. Draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. This is quite a nice buff, I personally believe. Another one of the biggest changes with this patch includes the Clan Tursak Axeman. It now has only 4 points of basic strength, down from 5, and it gains 1 strength whenever an opposing unit is weakened, so there is no self-wounding anymore, or at least not to the point where it makes sense, I suppose. One of the bigger changes, and I believe actually the only one for Scoia'tael, is in Dennis Cranmer. At the end of every turn, reset all other non-gold units on the roll to base strength has not changed, but this ability has to wait a turn now. Check the patch notes for a detailed description if you want, for exactly what's being done. There are a couple of changes to Northern Realms, but I will leave you to read them on yourself. A lot of buffs to Nilfgaard. Many of the cards have been buffed and improved, so yeah, once again, let's take a look at the statistics here in the patch notes because it's far too many of them to be mentioned one by one. Let's maybe just mention a couple. Imperial Brigade is now boosted only by spying units on opponent's side of the board. Is an important change, I believe. Nausicaa Brigade now deals 5 damage, up from 4, but I personally don't see that as a big advantage unless you're targeting a spy that has more than 4 points or 5 or something. Because generally the idea behind this card is to kill a spy and buff itself with points. What else do we have? The Cynthia's Guardian strength has been nerfed from 8 to 6, which makes this card much more appealing than before. And with that, I think we'll be done. Oh, let's mention again a big nerf because it's a series of nerfs that this specific card has received. Let me show you the neutral card selection, silver, and right here it is. Commander's Horn add 4 strength to all non-gold units on the roll. It's been nerfed once with the Nilfgaard patch, from doubling the amount of strength points of all the units on the roll to only adding 5 to each one of them. In some cases it was actually a boost depending on which faction you're playing and what kind of units and what strength of the units you have on the roll. But from 5 points it's been changed today to only 4 points. And that is it. A ton of bug fixes including roach and many others. I hope that you find this video useful. If you did, throw a like down under the video itself or leave me a comment, and please excuse me for the clunky voice. I'm a little bit ill still, but I just wanted to bring out the news to those of you who weren't aware immediately of the change, because some of these changes may actually alter the playstyle and some specific decks building for you. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.